So, but ideally, you saying that by you'd rather the next president be a conservative because you want you want the shit when it totally bottoms out. You want the fingers to be pointed at the right people.
I don't know, man. I think there's the one person that there's two people that I see right now that are saying things that would make me feel like even if stuff went bad, I think they would be able to do things and be proactive with the position of power like the White House. And those two people are Dennis Kucinich and Barack Obama.
And you think those two people could make it better? I
think those two people, if any Democrat or liberal was in the White House when shit went wrong, which, like I said before, I would rather not be the case. I would like it to be one of those two guys because from what I can hear from them, I think that they might be able to lead the country out of that, as opposed to the country just dealing with that and being exposed to that, which I think this country needs. Quite honestly, I mean, I think that, like you said before, that we're in a society where unregulated capitalism has just taken over, and that's. We're not going to survive with that. We just can't survive with that.
It encourages an every man for himself kind of an outlook.
Yeah, when every man
American values.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what some people think. You know,
when the only men that can really do anything, you know, for themselves in the end will be, you know, what small percentage of the population is going to have so much of the wealth. I mean, it's only getting the disparity is only getting bigger, and the gap between the poor and the wealthy is only getting wider, and it won't stop.
Nobody believes anyone's a million times smarter than anybody else that they deserve to take that type of income.
That's right. That's right.
So ideally, you think of this guy that you're talking about, this Democrat gets in, he could maybe flip it, or
Kucinich, Obama?
I don't know. Maybe.
What's his name?
Dennis Kucinich.
You like him too?
I like Kucinich more than Obama because I'm not familiar with Obama.
And does Dennis dude it's possible you think that he could like?
No way.
No, you can't fix it.
Dennis is
fix it. I'm saying he'll never get elected.
No.
Well, forget about that. What does it mean right now to fix it right now? If you were president, if you were sitting in there right now.
Well, what I would do if I was the Democrat, see,
if whatever you are, forget about that. But if you were sitting in that office right now, what would you do?
This is one of the best conversations we've had here.
That's because I'm provocative.
I don't know. To be honest with you, to be honest with you, I don't think. I don't know if pulling out of Iraq right now is. I think.
You don't think so?
I think
when.
I think they need
if not now, when? I think that's ancient philosophy.
That's okay.
I really don't know, man. I'm not even going to pretend like I have a smart thing to say about that because I don't know. You know, I don't know how the Iraqi people feel. I don't know how the troops feel. There's different factions of Iraqis that I'm sure feel differently. I'm sure it's all pretty close to get the fuck out of our country.
Dude, what would you do? You've been there.
Anybody know what time it is?
It's a really tough
about
question.
3:45.
What would you do if you're sitting in there right now?
What do you think?
A little after 4.
It's about 10 after.
I don't know if
change course or stay the course.
Change.
Start a phased withdrawal or something.
Well, obviously we need to. Okay, let me
announce it. How?
Qualify what I said with you have change the course, but there's a lot of different ways to change the course right now. You know?
Well, what would happen? Like, is the idea of pulling out completely, like letting them think like we're like, okay, sorry guys, take it easy. They might think, oh, they're scared of us, and they might try to do more.
Here's
what I would do. Here's exactly what I would do. I would pull out within a year, and I would institute a draft.
That's what these guys said.
Yeah.
And why?
Because, well, first of all, because this country deserves a draft. Second of all, because people are not going to join, because I'm fucking terrified for what's going to happen in this country when we do pull out. There's going to be, it's going to get ugly. Ugly shit's going to happen. I don't want a bomb to go off in this country, and the only way to stop that is to have people in place watching and making sure that nobody blows up a bomb in this country.
So you want the draft for actually use of the draft. You don't want the draft for the people to get involved more to stop.
Both.
Oh, okay.
I want both. Definitely, I want both.
What's the age of the draft?
18.
18 to what though? Is there a limit where you don't have to go?
Now they take 42-year-olds, don't they?
So the draft would be everybody.
Already reserved
pretty well.
The National Guard goes until you're dead, I think.
Yeah.
It just got way too easy for people
to blow it off.
It just to not realize exactly what the military action that our government means. to the rest of the world and to them. It doesn't mean anything to them. There's only so many people fighting this war from America.
Well, you estimated less than 10% of the population is impacted, right? I heard less than that, but
I've heard less than that too.
What do you mean 10% for being wounded?
No, of all affected, number of Americans directly
Families, you know, of the soldiers.
Direct families, the soldiers who are over there.
10% is like, and that's nothing. You're saying?
No, that's 10% of the population that is actually affected by the war.
Affected directly by my son is in the war, my husband's in the war.
But what are you saying? 10% is high or low?
That's very low.
If 90% of the people have no idea what's going on, why should? What are the 10% of the people in this? And 10% is a huge number. So without a draft and less than 10% of the people caring, I mean, 90% of the people out here don't care.
Will a draft ever happen?
That's a good question.
Not with them. No, not with them.
There was who was that? Rangel, the guy from New York.
Charlie Rangel.
Yeah, had suggested a draft, and he mentioned it again earlier in the year, but it's such a political hot potato for them to even
See,
talk
that's
about.
ridiculous, though.
I know it's
Why
ridiculous.
is it a hot potato? The Democrats are such fucking
Pussies.
They're such pussies. Go ahead and make him institute a draft. Make him do it. He said
they're
he
trying to do something
supplemental.
like that right now with the appropriations bill.
It's like the supplemental,
They said
that's right.
we'll
He
have
says he'll
suspended
veto it.
bill, but
Okay,
we have
fuck
to
you,
have a
veto it,
withdrawal
man.
schedule on it.
You know, who
They're
cares?
pushing back a little bit there.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like they act like if they don't send this money over there, these guys are going to not be, you know,
If they
not
don't
be
send
able to
the
have
money-
their bullets.
If they don't send the money,
can they
I
do?
still
How
get
can the
paid.
country stay
I
right?
will get paid. The
That's
government
right.
guaranteed that I'd get paid.
That's
So if you're
right.
not supporting the troops, you're not supporting. You're just not supporting the war.
Exactly.
No one cares in the army.
It was hilarious when Bush was like, well, I'm gonna boost up troop forces in the army by 90,000, and then the Marines by. What are you gonna do? Order them like fucking Chinese food? Like, where are you gonna get these people
That's
from?
right. They got a volunteer.
With no draft.
With no draft. Well, with no draft, or I don't know. What are you gonna do? Make better commercials for the army? Like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna get.
An army of one.
Yeah, you're not gonna get people involved.
Maybe they're going to do
Have better
cloning.
video games.
That's why the cloning they're doing today. Yeah. Wouldn't that fucking be wild if that was what was really going on?
Clone Pat Tillman.
Yeah, right. They might have his cell someplace.
Guarantee they do.
Well, I hope you got something here, man.
I got it. You know what's funny? I'm running out of tape right now.
All right.
It's perfect. Okay, go now.
My name is Sam Crook. I live in Maryland, just north of here.
My name is Joe. I live in Colorado.
Perfect.
My name's Dick Cheney. I live underground.
Oh, man.
Dick, good to meet you. John Schuster, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Right, and I am Manolis Zontanos, and I thank you all for this amazing conversation.
Yeah, by the way, my name is Nate. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. I'm a blue blood liberal.
All right.
And I will never stop telling people what the fuck I think about this garbage.
All right, Eric. Take care, man.
This shit's